What up, y'all? It's your boy AD up in the spot, you feel me? And that's all day. I'm up in here, man, finna talk about some real stuff, kind of like what I always do. And as you can see from the video today, man, I'm talking about basically neglect on children, you know. It's basically about spoiling and neglecting children and what I see kids going through today compared to kids back in the past and where I see kids going. All right, let me get to it. Well, I've already explained to you how it's already bad enough how most kids nowadays are being raised by single homes, single parent homes, mostly women. And I already explained how that's a bad thing because of how stuff is set up. It's hard for those women to really, be there for these kids nowadays because what they're trying to do with kids nowadays, basically they're not trying to give kids no real home training, no real nothing. Like if you have a child, mainly the ones instead of like the mother and the father raising the kids nowadays, now what's raising your kids is the government, the schools, the technology, the tablets. Because that's one thing I really find bad about children nowadays is how everybody wants to hand their little 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old kid a fucking tablet. It's dumb as fuck, and I know most of these women are the ones that's doing it because, man, women have a problem with spending all their money on their kids while they're young, but then when they get older, they don't fucking do shit for them, you know? I've seen that many of times. Like, oh, while you're young, let me spoil you and give you this, but when you get older, now you work for me. Like, just think about that. Like, in my generation, I'm like 28. So when I was growing up, we didn't have tablets, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have all this technology to dumb us down. Because in my opinion, it's dumbing you down because everything is so much more easier now. Back in the day, if kids wanted to have fun, you go outside, play some sports or something, or you go out, play all types of games that kids used to play back in the day. You freaking get a coloring book, get a pencil, get a jump rope. Shit. It was a lot of stuff back then. I mean, when I was growing up, I feel like, man, times was so much more different. I felt like people were closer when I was growing up. I felt like times were different. I felt like as a kid, man, if you just wanted to have a fun time, all you had to do was go outside. Like, that's how I felt. Like, nowadays, kids, shit, don't even really go outside no more like that. And if they do, it's to cause trouble and terror and bullshit. You won't believe how many kids, man, it was some kids not that live close to me. It was two sons. It was two sons living with a single mother, and their mother didn't even fucking watch them. And that's another problem with the children today is neglect. A lot of these kids are being neglected. They're not receiving mother and father. Since a lot of these kids are only receiving mother now, and mother has to work now and be taxed now, instead of doing what mother used to do, where she stood at home and took care of the kids. Now mother is working, being taxed. Now it's harder to survive, something that a lot of women don't understand. Because I feel like if women were really smart, they would be really trying to work with men to have something instead of trying to work against men to just take what they got. You see what I'm saying? So nobody has nothing. That's pretty stupid. And then something else that's bogus now, women like to take the kids and drop them off on mama and grandma all the damn time. Now tell me, y'all, if y'all know this, man. Tell me, let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. Because I swear I feel like this is 100% true. But now you got these bogus ass mamas out here, right, that already can get everything for free, get dues and shit for free. Now they basically picking men based off how much money they got and what they could get. Then they had these fucking kids, right, that they don't really want to take care of because they like kids themselves because they still don't believe in what's important in life. Now they're giving the kids the mama and grandmama and shit. You notice that's who they always hand the kids to. Come on, go to grandma's house, go to great grandma's house and stuff like that. And then grandma take care of them, won't ask for no money, won't ask for no help or support. So now she's getting a free babysitter to watch her kid instead of her spending time with her kid. And now she gets to go out and go trick and fuck other people and shit and maybe have more kids because most of these women don't know how to pick a man or do for a man to begin with. So once they have that baby, 9 times out of 10, they're still going to be looking for another man, trying to repeat the same process. And then they keep doing it over and over again till nobody don't want their ass no more. And then their kids grow up fucked up with no type of real attention. Growing up with grandma, like, you come on now. You should be with mommy or daddy teaching you something so you can learn. You see, a lot of these parents, they go to work, come home, send their kids somewhere, you know, because a lot of these parents are having kids when they're not ready. A lot of these parents are having kids when they don't even have the money to support them. I mean, that's dumb as hell, having a kid without no person who love you in your life and without enough money. That's dumb as fuck. You basically fucking your kid's life up. And why are we constantly seeing that nowadays? And like I said, now they want to give the kids the tablet, dumb them down. Like, if you give a kid a pencil and paper, that kid going to learn how to draw. That kid going to learn how to write. You give them a tablet, that kid going to learn how to push buttons and be a drone and not think everything in life is so easy. Like, oh, this is so easy. I just push a button. I just do this. So now kids going to be growing up slow as hell. Don't want to do shit. Kids going to grow up lazy as fuck. Want everything to them. You know, the kids that's growing up today are not going to be as smart as the kids in the past. And I blame a lot of it on the bogus ass parents and the technology. I'm telling you, technology is slowing these kids down. Okay, they trying to teach these kids what to do already in kindergarten. Already in kindergarten and first grade, they're trying to get your kid on the computer. Trust me, I know this. I'm talking about why they in kindergarten, first grade. Here, y'all need to learn about computer this. Y'all need to learn about computer that. Or it's like trying to already get them on the internet. And you know, a lot of parents don't fucking watch their kids, so their kids be in there looking at all this shit that you couldn't see in our back in time and age, and now they get it. Porno, whatever. Don't you get it? Now the kid is all fucked up before they 10. Now by the time the child is 10, he already knows what sex is, guns, violence, drugs. This kid knows all of that. But the kid won't know nothing about reality and how important things are and what's right and wrong. Oh, they won't know that because your mama and daddy got to teach you that. But they don't even know that to teach you, which is fucked up because most of these parents don't know right from wrong. They don't know shit. All they know how to do is blow their fucking dough on their fucking kid to spoil them so they can look better. And then that's about it. Because that's how I feel like. I feel like these parents that just buy their kids shit and just splurge on them, I just feel like they're just people just trying to show off to make themselves look better. Like, ooh, come around, look at what I got my kid. Ain't I a good parent? But nah, in reality, a good parent spending time for your child and doing for your child. Kind of like how the courts don't give a fuck about a father being there for his child. It seems like all they care about is money. Say, come on now. Come on now. That's all they fucking care about is, oh, do you got enough money? Are you paying for something? Are you paying? They don't give a fuck about you teaching kids, being your kids. Like, they don't give a fuck. Okay? And it's all set up like that, which is bogus. That's why, as a man, you need to be extremely careful with the women you mess with. Extremely careful. Because most of these women, if they get pregnant or something, they going to do what they want with the baby anyways. They ain't going to keep you and listen to you and stuff. I mean, these girls done got so much passes and easy passes. That's why they act so shitty now, man. That's why. And then, like I said, now they're raising our children. These shitty, privileged people that don't know nothing raising our children who are going to grow up stupid acting, privileged, trendy. That's what's going to happen now. And you see, anytime a real man like myself come around, oh, they scared of me. Oh, women don't want to fuck with a real nigga like me because they feel like, oh, well, I can't use him. I can't manipulate him. Oh, I have to actually do for him. I'd rather find a stupid ass nigga with a lot of money who I can use. Because that's all what it's about. I'll say this. How many men do you know who fucking take your, who fucking... I mean, that's why I'm just letting you know the truth for what it is. It's about money, man. Because how many men do you know can get a girl who will just say, oh, I'll pay for everything. You don't have to do this. I'll take all the care of this. Come on now. That's never happened to me a day in my life. And I bet you the majority of men like myself, that's never happened to. You never came across a woman who had more than you and was willing to give it to you, if you know what I mean. But that's mighty strange how I can catch a woman out here damn near on every corner with a dude that got more than them, giving them more. Don't you see what I'm saying? It's set up. So it's like you already got these women brainwashed from the jump. They don't even understand respect. They don't even understand what men go through, and then they want to try to raise our boys. Then they want to try to raise our youth. when they're already obviously greedy as hell and selfish as fuck. Like I said, it's mighty strange how these parents spoil the fuck out these kids when they're young. Here's this tablet. Here's these expensive gifts. Here's all these expensive clothes. But I bet you when they get older, y'all ain't gonna have shit for them kids. And I bet you when they get older, y'all gonna be like, oh, go out and work and go pay my bills. Since I was such a fuck up when I was old, you know. I bet you that's what it be. And watch how these kids just grow up dumber, more ignorant, more ratchet, more trendy, more stupid. Watch how we just gonna have a whole bunch of brainwashed ass kids around here, which we already kind of got, hooked on tablets and dumb shit. I mean, the world we live in now is just 10 times worse than what it used to be. And now we got kids growing up in this shit. And now most of it is single parent homes. And now the fucking parents just neglect their kids and just leave them to grandma or grandpa. Most of the time, grandma. And grandma is too slow to realize, like, you're being used. You know, if they keep dropping kids off on you and they ain't giving you no money and no support, then you're using you to be because of their fuck ups. Because most of these parents that have kids have them when they don't want to, or they have them out of dumb shit, or they have them trying to trap motherfuckers or some shit. So when they have them, they be mad that they got them. So they be like, oh, I have a kid, but I still want to live my life. Oh, I'm mad I'm pregnant. Well, you should have thought about that before you go around fucking niggas for money and shit. Because I know that's what most of you females do. Hands down. I already know. You pick me in based off your fucking money and what you could get from them. Hands down. That's the only way. I'm just keeping it real, man. Because I'm going to end it like this. I don't know if y'all fuck with Tom Leykis, so y'all know who he is. I'm not going to say I agree with everything Tom Leykis says, because he has some good, he has some bad. But one thing I remember that he said that is so true, and he, you know, Tom Leykis, he always talks about his money and, you know, how successful he is and how he could do what he do because he got money, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that's how you should be as a guy. Like, if you got money, then you should understand your power and your worth. But anyways, he always said, like, man, I wish I could meet a girl that make more money than me that could come to me and be like, oh, well, you want to start working? I'll pay for everything. He was like, man, I'll drop my job in a second if I knew a girl like that. But here's the thing, though. He ain't never met a girl like that. So that's the whole point I'm trying to prove to you. And now these same women are having kids, trying to raise the kids, and then kicking real dudes away. It's a shame how women don't know what a real man is. It is a shame how women only care about money. I swear. I mean, just think about it. As a man, just think about it. Think about how it would be if you could just get people coming up to you. You don't got to say nothing, do nothing. They come up to you, want to go out with you, talk to you. Again, you don't have to say nothing, really do nothing. They paying for your drinks, paying for your shit. And if your coochie good or whatever, they might be paying for more. I mean, I've met women in my life who have bragged in front of me about playing other men. You know, like, I've met multiple women like this where they'll come around me and they'll be like, yeah, this dude paying for this dude paying for that, and they'll brag about it like that's something. And I'll just be in my head shaking my head like, shit, you ain't getting my motherfucking money. Shit. Well, obviously, them niggas is stupid and desperate, because wasting your money on nothing in return is dumb. I'd rather waste my money on myself than the motherfucker that ain't giving it back. And y'all need to start raising y'all motherfucking kids right. Stop buying them all this stupid-ass expensive shit that's dumbing them down, just like how y'all need to stay off the damn phones and tablets, because y'all ain't using it for nothing good. All y'all got phones and internet and shit. Won't none of y'all look up nothing real. Y'all study waste y'all time on people who won't give a fuck about y'all. When y'all gonna wake up? Probably never, right? I guess some people, it just ain't meant to wake up. And it's sad to me to see this whole new generation of children growing up dumbed down, alone, and spoiled. So they just grow up dumb as fuck, not knowing shit. And then when they get older, they're gonna be stupid. And then now they're gonna be out having kids. Don't y'all get it? It's like I always say, what's the point of having a war and going out and shooting and killing everybody when y'all just gonna kill yourselves and destroy yourselves based off y'all own low intelligence? Thank you. That's the reason why it ain't no more civil wars and shit like that. Cause y'all gonna kill yourselves. Y'all too unintelligent. Unintelligence is gonna be the death of people, as you can see. But I'm out.